10 seconds. Dire team ban. Ten seconds. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds. Dire team ban.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get ourselves into the correct scene in OBS as I press the right buttons.
Wow.
I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. We can immediately move my ugly face up the screen and move into the wonderful draft as we get ourselves kicking off for game 2 of this best of 3. SG up against Vici Gaming.
And in here, we're moving the ugly face of Lycan out of the game.
Yay!
Get rid of
Got him!
Yeah. Well, you know, he is competing with Night Stalker, I guess, for prettiest space in the ban pool right now.
Man.
But again, you never really know what Bounty Hunter
Could be anything. An entire new world for you to discover.
Maybe it's a goatee.
Oh god, no. A soul patch. He just has that one little bit of hair under his lip.
Oh, doing that, yeah. I would wear a mask too.
Dire team pick.
Bloody hipsters, honestly, bounty hunter. All he wants is his caramel latte frappuccino.
Oh, that's all he wants. He's been hunting for that for years. All right, as we go into this game, Bane gets picked up. We've seen this time and time and again today that Bane is a very solid first phase pick. People are very comfortable picking him because it doesn't really matter what the enemy take, doesn't really matter what you want to build after it. It fits quite well into most things, and it does its job in laning stage. Matters.
Seems like SG have a pretty unique idea of how they want to draft as a team and how they want to try and get their out. The previous game kind of first phasing Darkseer, or at least in a couple of games, but Darkseer, and now first phasing Beastmaster.
Yeah, it's a little bit interesting because a lot of teams are actually hiding the offlaner a little bit longer. I say that in Vici Gaming in this game, just straight out with a tiny Brewmaster. But a lot of teams are actually hiding the offlaner until at least 3rd or 4th pick, so that you get through the second ban phase. But yeah, Beastmaster is coming up. Lycan is banned though. See what kind of combinations they can make. Honestly, Beast on his own though, with just Helm of Dominator, is almost worth just because of that. But of course, it draws my attention to stuff like Vengeful Carry or any line of a Juggernaut. Again, just
Luna
because of
maybe.
the attack speed. Yeah, Luna works well. Shadow Fiend. And in this game, Shadow Fiend probably won't be banned. We have seen it banned before the SD twice, but that was probably because they had.
Now you say that Vici are going to ban Shadow Fiend.
Yeah,
straight away,
they
obviously.
might, but when they have Brewmaster, I don't fear it. But maybe they should. They banned the clock. And the other of the two.
I guess that removes the combo of
yeah,
soul stacking.
I like that better than banning the SD. Better.
Ever.
Smart people, these guys. This Lanham dude.
This Lanham dude.
He's onto something.
Big brain.
Alright, Winter Wyvern gets removed.
So definitely looking at some kind of Luna Drow Venge.
Yeah, it's a heavy right-clicking strat. Whenever you pick Beastmaster in general, Winter Wyvern becomes a powerhouse pick. And same with Shadow Demon, honestly. Take over, you know, Beastmaster. Fight back with that. And of course, they're going to pick some strong Agi carry. Heal is definitely coming the attack speed. But against Tiny Brew, not the easiest. I'm still curious. What is SD want to go with? I'm down with the Luna, but then SD came along.
Yeah.
And now you don't really want to do that.
The SD disruption's super good again.
Ooh. This is... okay, so we go away from the mindset of just Yara and now look at what they have in 2 really good, solid BKB piercing displays. Very reliable and one less reliable. And they also have really good long-range setup. They will have the vision. They can X-Mark combo people. Heal is building into this lineup. Vici Gaming. A lot of these flavor heroes that we see a lot. Heal, the time. Meanwhile, SD doing something a little bit more
10
unorthodox.
seconds
We don't
remaining.
see a lot of Beastman. Honestly, the first one we've seen today, right?
5 seconds remaining.
I wonder if they want to do a carry
Red
kunk.
team
Please do.
Well,
Please.
the mid. Oh,
Yeah, not a mid kunk, I suppose. Tinker, quite good against the Phantom Lance. He'll be scary against the Tiny sometimes. It's quite good against Brewer though, because whenever he lifts you, if you're a Tinker, you out afterwards.
10
Like, because that
seconds remaining.
doesn't actually deal damage.
Yeah.
That Cyclone.
5 seconds remaining.
Sneak up and hit him. The wind walk.
AoE down.
Yeah. I love playing Brew. Especially if the enemy team picks Medusa, Brew is your go-to. Lift Medusa 3 times every
Get out
team
of the fight.
Yep. Lift her 3 times, and then you're gonna have sushi after the fight is over.
Kill
It'll be
everyone
fun.
else. Leave Deuce till last.
And then she has her base movement speed, which is not the highest anymore. So slow.
I do that in real life with dinner. If I'm having like a steak dinner and there's veggies and there's potatoes and stuff, I'll eat the veggies and the potatoes and the steak is the last thing on the plate.
All right. So you're one of those. Okay.
Yeah, I clear everything until the pièce de
See,
résistance.
I call that a purist,
Radiant
right?
team
This is you're doing it the way it's supposed to be done. I'm a opportunist, you know.
a mishmash.
Yeah, honestly though, I don't always go for the stuff I want to eat.
Hmm.
Sometimes I do it the right way. Just
I don't know if mine's the right way. It's just a
I believe it's the correct way of
The
doing it,
correct-
Gareth.
logical way. You eat A, then you eat B, then you eat C.
Yeah.
You must not mix the A's with the C's or the B's with the A's.
You must not.
Well, final bans coming out. Sven removed by Vici
They have
Gaming.
so much reserve time still for their final ban and pick here. Minute of
Radiant
seconds still.
team pick.
Storm is be their ban out. A little bit surprised by that. I feel like they have pretty good ways to deal with them with the X-Mark combination, the Beastmaster Hawk, just scouting him, the Roar, deal with him, and fitting a Storm
10
into
seconds
Vici's
remaining.
lineup
Hmm.
would be quite greedy.
Against the Tinker, I guess. It's
5
just.
seconds
Yeah, I
remaining.
suppose so.
But Storm doesn't even super hard count. Very annoying with the ball lightning, and the late game, yes, when he's got items up and
The
running.
early game is tough for Storm. Like
Yeah.
the early laning stage can be annoying. Later on, he does become.
Later on.
But then comes a point when the Tinker gets Hex, and it sort of shifts up again. Both of them, whoever gets the job. Well, we'll see what they to pick up. Quite sure actually. So I'm definitely thinking they need something that makes Aura as I have.
I mean, I want Vici Gaming to pick Zeus. That's all I want.
Yeah, Zeus is super good against Tinker. The Aghanims is
Nimbus
amazing.
is so good.
No, we played in a tournament recently where we witnessed that hand. The Nimbus is quite good.
Ethelens, Kaya, Ags, Zeus is just.
Yeah, it can be tough for the Tinker to get out, and it's so good for scouting him when he pushes the side lanes.
40-second cooldown. Deal.
Yeah, it has the time as well, which is amazing. You just leave it on the sideline to catch Tinker. Eventually, he might just blink in there, you know? Like,
You'll find him eventually.
yeah. No, honestly, quite tough to play against.
So SG, to go along with
I
the
think-
Beastmaster, the teamfight control, they want some kind of big physical damage. Right?
I think
A
Sven was a
frontliner.
really good ban.
Yeah.
I think that's what they wanted, honestly.
It looks.
I really believe Sven was the pick for them.
So what fits? Same thing. Okay. Well,
Void?
we'll get the answer from SG as they go for a Void. Maybe not the exact same thing that they would like, but it adds in more teamfight combo.
It does have a few nice points. So, first of all, I want to mention that the time dilation can be really big against all these heroes. Right? It stopped the doppelganger from coming out, and we see it!
Yes.
Wow.
So happy.
Yeah, that is nice to get to see. And that is one more hero that the time dilation is going to destroy if
That's
he hits with, though. So all of them have to be careful about that. But other than that, they have better scaling. Young 11 is going on his tiny again, and that's not an easy lane for whatever is going to be against him.
Lanham support.
Yeah.
Here
This
we
is-
freaking.
This is something that Lanham has done before. He was actually one of the people pioneered for
Him and
Brewmaster.
Solo.
Yeah, he was doing that like years ago actually already, experimenting with it. Didn't really catch on fully, but it did have decent effect. So I'm sure he understands this better than most people.
It's the same kind of train of thought as we see nowadays with, Clockwork and Sand King moving from 3 to 4. It's like, we're going to get level 6, going to get this initiation item eventually, and that's all we really need it for. Having Brewmaster go from, 1 or 2 roll to 3, then to 4, and potentially a 5 roll here this game, but more likely the 4 with the 5. You're going to get level 6 at some point. You're going to have that primal split, and people can't focus you because you're a support.
That's the benefit of being a support Brewmaster, right? That you bring a massive power tool to the team fights. However, you do not have the clean initiation of a Blink Dagger or something like that. So normally you have to rely on perhaps Tranquil Boots, Soul Ring builds, get the movement speed from the Tranks to get you in position, and then ulti from there. Or just ulti from a little bit farther away. However, they do have tons of team fight. They have really strong late game. But this is looking quite intimidating. If I was an SG fan right now, I'd be giving all my energy because they need it. They're 1 game down, and this draft is not looking easy to execute, that's for sure. A lot of pressure on this Tinker, 4DR. Has to play perfect.
Even Void for Coscule. These Chronos, especially once you get into that kind of mid-game period when Tinker has, the ETH Lens or the Pyre, the Ags, to get that big damage out, the Chronos are going to have to land on, a huge multitude of people to be able to keep them alive. First of all, you kind of need to hit the SD, or you need to know where the SD is, because a quick disruption could just save that one hero in the Chrono they need to keep alive. EL has, Doppelganger to get out of danger.
Yeah.
They need to catch a Zeus who can just lay damage in.
It's not easy for sure, and especially once, you have more items on the side of Vici Gaming, that only makes his job even tougher. If there's an Aghanims on Zeus, that can really mess with you when you're trying to go in. Even the cast time of the Chronosphere can get messed with a lot. So a lot of things can go wrong. Let's first see how they want to intend on laning this to get the initial part of the game. So they are going to throw the safe lane master. Not going to be the safe. Heal is going to be done. The ward actually did spot
the battle begins.
Down towards. With that, heal is going top. So they want to contest. Heal is actually just... No, he's going top. Okay.
They don't know, you don't know, I don't know, we don't know.
He was thinking about blocking mid for a while, but Zeus is going mid. I don't know. Paparazzi is going. So they want to have the Peel versus Void. That's the matchup that Vici Gaming feel confident about. They are the ones who got the scouting information and...
Get up, dude.
Zeus with the first deny of the game. Big damage.
Get in there, my son. Come on, Ori. Get the job done.
Yeah.
It was a range creep as well, wasn't it?
You didn't bother to laser the Zeus because you didn't think he's denying you. Oh, he's denying.
I'll get that mid lane underway. Top lane is where all this action's kicking off. Banish to start things off. Oh, Teolokor, this Kunkka. No torrent for another couple of seconds. Lana with the body blocks coming forward, and one more punch from Fenrir will get that kill secured. So tri-lane on tri-lane so far. Gaming get the one up.
Yeah, as Teolokor taunts his way into the grave. Goes down on that Kunkka. The 1v1 matchup of Beast versus Tiny, I thought, the first time I played it, I thought, Beast is super strong. Surely I win this. No, it's not that easy. Tiny is. That was like the first patch, right when the free grab was introduced. I was like, yeah, surely, I'm fine, right? Oh god, no.
Wrong.
Oh,
he cancelled the TP.
Cancel.
Oh, I can't believe that just happened. That's so sick. Young 11. I mean, he's got an Ops ward. I don't care. He's still a god.
Yeah, the fact that you stay close enough there, even after the TP came in, and now the Posa is in a bad spot. He has to run a marathon to get to his top lane, and really what people want to do in the beginning of a game.
And then Young 11 has this level advantage over the Void. He's got Quelling Blade Stout Shield already up and running. Tiny is just, again, set up to be in this perfect spot, but this time without help of a support.
Yeah.
Giving him lane matchup.
I'm not sure I would want to be swapping into this lane as Void.
No.
He's like, I don't want to stay top. Oh god, there's a Tiny on bottom lane as well. I don't want to be anywhere. So, I don't know. The lanes, a lot has to come down to Bane. making these lanes win, right, with the Enfeeble. But right now, he's caught up in this momentum of the two supports of Vici. He cannot get distracted by this. He needs to win bottom lane right now for his team.
Chaos, noisemakers,
Yeah.
Vici Gaming just creating all kinds of nonsense up on the top lane. So they do get an X-Torrent mid. One laser at level 2 should be enough to secure the kill on Zeus. So well played by SG to swing in with help from a nice little rune there.
For sure, a nice Invis rune to get. Gonna secure a big kill for the Tinker.
Young 11. Oh, you want to deny the range creep, do you? I'm going to avalanche you. Haha. Freaking obnoxious tiny hero, honestly.
Yeah, and 1020 HP.
Oh yeah, good luck killing him.
Yeah, they're gonna try, but gonna do it with the two of them.
Well, mid lane, Tinker. Dropped low there, but Ori, 1-2-1 build, still staying at level 4. It's early
4DR
days.
has a lot of Magic 1 charges and
you're
Fair
right.
Fire, so he's actually just trying to bait it out a little bit if he dives on the tower. Ori knows this is mostly just a farm trade lane. Nobody is really expected to get ton. They did get that one kill, but that was sort of a freak. Oh, trying now on the Tiny. They did bring in more, so maybe, just maybe, they need some bashes though, and it's 10%.
8-1 charges, support's coming in, toss up, Kunkka caught, clap down, and Theolacor in all sorts of trouble. He's going to get crit by Lanham to secure that kill as Bardinho might be in a little spot himself
the
as the
bash is
disruption
there.
comes through onto the void. The bash turns into a kill as Bardinho cuts the trees. One more touch. Lanham gets to the double kill, in fact, for him as Fenrir is left to the wolves. Kunkka and Void will secure the 2-for-2 trade.
Oh, I heard a bash on that final hit as well. Beautiful stuff. Void is starting to prep it up. That was not the worst thing that could have happened for SG there. That was really nice for them.
Some fortune goes their way.
Exactly. It's bash versus crit, you know. You need to trade.
But then
RNG.
you look at the other side of the map. Paparazzi now gets a ton of time to free farm.
Actually, just pretty much alone. He did pull off the creeps here, so he's gonna try and mess with the farm a little bit. But I think Paparazzi is just gonna go. The big camp is blocked for now. Would have to go over to the.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh wow, Void going down. I did not expect him to die on that lane.
No, I wasn't looking there because I'm just dumb, I guess. I should have seen that coming, you know? It's definitely reasonable that a Tiny comes in and just kills everybody. Killing spree for a support Brewmaster.
It is true that Tiny is a monster. I just thought they would be more he time walks away and has no HP after it, but
Young 11 somehow getting the kill.
yeah, very
now-
surprising.
Keeps on dominating this lane, denying creeps with a big old tree, and Feeble
The
finally comes
super
out.
early power treads are back again for Young 11. This is very reminiscent of the previous game. That's not a good story for SG fans.
Definitely not. This backstab, though, Vici Gaming have been spotted as they move in. This one Radiant Obs Ward must have caught a glimpse or something of Lanham, or they just have the game sense to know.
No, they saw him move. But he forces Tinker away at least. Tinker, who only has level 6, does not have Soul Ring. He's trying to get the super early travels. There's always a mentality. A lot of players want to go for a Soul Ring first or a travel first. Honestly, both can be quite good. The downside, if you go for the Soul Ring, you're going to delay the timing for when you start going to different lanes and helping out and doing stuff.
Like, there's so many factors that go into it as well, right? You know,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Did you go for Rocket Build? Did you go for Max Laser? Did you go for March? Are you being pressured? Like,
Exactly.
okay, if you can farm jungle infinitely with a level 6 or 7 rearm and a Soul Ring, then sick. Go for it.
Dota is truly the game of infinite circumstances.
Yeah.
So just because someone makes a decision one game doesn't have to be that they're gonna go for the same one in the next game.
Parameters abound. So many things. Very quickly.
Yeah, looking at this game and the way it's going now, Tinker is at least having a really good game, and all the cores are having a decent game. It's not a great Void game, it's not a great Beastmaster game, but it's also not bad. He's just 4 creeps behind a PL on 4. The downside being that he has had to sling out a little bit more regen than PL has.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That
So, I mean, how are we looking level-wise? Pretty even over there as well. Radiant with a nice spread. With a 666 in the middle. Looking for this first big old Zeus ulti to come out in a little bit. But Tinker.
Yeah, I think they're going to do it right around now.
March being spammed. Lanham is in. Brewmaster with no split pops the wand instead. The Zeus ulti comes in and Young 11 dying to the March. Oh, Adriano lasers him down with a double kill for him. An easy hold of the tier 1 bottom.
2,600 gold after that. You know, he has his travels with ease, and he's not even going to buy the Soul Ring before playing. That surprises me a little bit, but I can do that. I don't think I've ever seen a Tinker skip the Soul Ring into the blink.
No, me neither.
But I mean, it's not completely strange. The more I think about it, you can still operate under just your bottle effect. But you're gonna be keeping to base more often. The downside. Of course, the earlier you get blink, top. Nice toss in of the Spirit Lancer.
Toss the PL forward. Kunkka Torrent looked like he will just send them back.
But now they have... So Radiant have the power of having Tinker TPing to different lanes. They do not have Hawk yet, as the Beastmaster has yet to skill his W at all. But that's understandable. The Q is quite strong for the lane. I think 1 point in E would have sufficed, but... Still now. Would have loved for him to have 1 point in W, so Tinker... A big... But this is just going to be a quick pick.
Brewmaster.
Surely.
Very unfortunate. Found, caught, killed, and Shadow Demon coming in to try and save his mate. The Syndrome is real, and Fenrir
clicked to death.
Going to be the second casualty here with the Nightmare forward from Bardinho. Securing a 2-for-0 special there. SG swinging to that jungle very nicely.
Yeah, SG really waking up here in game 2 and doing some nice things. They're pulling out some nice plays. There's Ori walking up the high ground with the Zeus. Seeing the 2 roamers and casually walking down again. Not combos for him.
And hello there. Yeah. So Tiny now up in this top lane as PL has shifted bottom. Paparazzi still a fair distance to go before he's, you know, a relevant hero. Get the diffuser blade up and running if that's what he so desires.
Yeah.
But for now, he seems, I don't know if he seems undecided. From my perspective, you know, there we go. No longer undecided in my eyes. He's going for the diffuser.
He has a purpose in that. He's back at it. Burning mana and turning yourself into Anti-Mage. Isn't that turning yourself into either Anti-Mage or Alchemist? That's what we do as carries.
Wonderful.
So he's going to go back a little bit. Doesn't want to stay too far out here on Paparazzi. But the lanes are getting a little bit tougher to contest now. The Tinker is TPing in, throwing rockets, and just spamming out March's lane. Around, not gonna get caught out by the X.
Tinker getting such a nice timing on the travels. He went back for the Soul Ring and now halfway to Blink. Clearing through stacks means the map really does feel like it belongs to SG, while Lanham's Brewmaster desperately needing levels right now.
Yeah, they're freeing up mid lane for him right now for that very purpose, and meanwhile Ori is just back to base, gonna heal up a little bit anyway. And that's gonna get him to level 5, closing in on. But now is a good timing to go. Top, they get the X mark to Tiny.
Already Kunkka's dead though.
Yeah.
So very quickly blown up. Paparazzi could think about chasing forward, but it looks like they're going to be happy with what they got.
It's the downside of a level 2 X mark. It's still pretty short range. If you're 600 range away from Tiny, well then he's 600 range away from you. It's simple maths, alright? And he's gonna get you.
And then later on, oh man, status resistance, broken thing. I'm just thinking now with like X mark, Chrono, the disruption is there to save the day. Shadow Demon might not even die as Fenrir survives through it all. Costa be late, now in trouble with Adriano running away down through the river. Young 11 still without Blink though, of course, unable to close the gap.
That's like Chrono used. Sure, they did, you know, react with quite a few heroes, but still very worth here for Dire.
That snap timing of the so very good.
It was really clutch.
The Admiral's
active taunting here. I don't think I've seen a Kunkka player not be on that taunt. It's simply one of the best. Stacking of the jungle by Beastmaster.
Tinker up, back up top. 400 off Blink.
Yeah, he's very close. He did go back for a Soul Ring, so that's pleasant to see, because I feel feel like it would be a little bit sad to play all the way without that. You simply can't stay and throw as many spells as you would otherwise. And now he even TPs from top to bottom and clears that, and then TPs back to top. Now he's not even going Fountain for a long period of time.
Yeah.
And that's the power of the Soul.
Sure is. They were looking for that PL in the jungle, but smoke from Bane, Beastmaster unable to catch. The Fiend's Grip
the hands
fogged.
were in the air.
Fogged out. Lanham dodges the torrent even, knowing it was coming, just slips into that little nook in the trees. Primal Split is here. Lanham, the first one of the game, looking for a quick and easy kill over on Kunkka. They will dispel off the tornado. Give him a bit of the old zap from Ori there. Secure the kill.
And
maybe even
they can deny the
tower. Yeah.
First, he's not sending his pandas, but I guess he's looking for more kills. Everyone is just leaving. The creeps are gonna finish the job. Pathetic.
Not even denying a tower. I mean, Brewmaster's going
It's
Helm.
so funny because both teams are just leaving entirely. They're like, yo, don't go for it, we're gonna die. Oh, don't go for it, we're gonna die.
Everybody gonna die.
That's what both teams are saying.
So Brew heading into Helm of the Dominate. Pretty sick. Oh,
Yeah.
bottom lane, Grip. In onto Tiny. That's a pretty simple takedown, right? Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Simple.
Right.
Maybe.
Liposa wants the last hit.
Maybe a little bit overbearing there with the spells used, but secure kill is a secure kill.
It is better than not getting the kill at least. Let's say it like that. Could have been a Shadow Demon around the corner. Who knows?
Very, very right. Well, Shadow Demon
is he stuck?
trapped the Kunkka in between the illusions and the Spire.
He has to fight his way out.
Lost their Shadow Demon, but the other course still in a bit of trouble here.
More illusions.
Yell arriving. They've got the illusions going. Laser rocket spam from Adriano keeps the Brewmaster at bay. Clear up that tier 1.
And that's
retreat.
one more tower. The way of SG, now in the gold lead. Looking quite happy and confident here. Tinker queuing up the Etherlands. Still, Vici Gaming are taking it slow and steady. They almost have the Diffusal Blade now on PL. That's gonna be their first big timing that they're gonna look for. Wow. Gets the kill on the poor Kunkka. He walked by a ward. He saw he was low HP.
He was X-marking his Beastmaster to TP home, refill the bottle, and come back. Should have X-marked and TP'd himself because now they might lose the poster as well. He's got no roar for 7 seconds, but in comes Bane. Nice avalanche through from the Tiny. They'll catch in with a Primal Split as well. Liposa being burnt down by the Fire Panda. Oh, he's got a bottle though to go as he regens up a little bit, but the tree toss back from Young 11. Clearing up the Bane now is the PL as well. Paparazzi swings in for a quick 1-2 punch. And Vici Gaming, they give as good as they get.
Yeah, that was a little bit of chain feed. It's like you get the Kunkka, and then because of that, the X mark is slow, so the Beastmaster can't get out, so he dies, and then the Bane is like, no, not my beast. Brewmaster commits the ulti, and they all go down. The Helm of Dominator build that you mentioned earlier, on Brewmaster, it is quite nice. The increased attack speed for his Brewlings when you ulti is actually quite good.
Yeah.
And of course, just good in general for your team whenever. Having a creep is never bad.
If you get a Centaur and you cyclone up the Tinker and then bring him down into the Centaur Stomp or whatever, but
yeah, or even a Satyr and you can bring him down into the Hodoken. You know, at least then you can combo. Then you can combo the Earth Panda stun afterwards. Hope that some of your teammates are paying attention.
nice. Void moving into Battle Fury, closing in on it. 16 minutes in though, still a bit of a distance to go here for Costa Vile, but they group up around him. They'll buy him some space to get a chrono off and maybe win a team fight.
Oh, disruption used. This could be bad.
Yeah, and in comes the chrono. In onto 2. Very quick, easy dispatch there of the Shadow Demon as the Roar also arrives, but Young 11's going to back himself away as they look for the easier kill on the back is Lanham. 2 for nothing there.
Yeah, they wanted to just try and defend with illusions, but since they were under, you know, the vision, it's a scary thing to do. And Tiny going in.
Oh, Young 11 very low, tries to turn
laser.
and kill the laser, but he still gets the
him.
Kunkka.
From beyond the grave, he kills.
Phantom Lancer arriving, Paparazzi with a Diffuser Blade, but he's got to be careful here.
You do not want to be giving away too much here one by one, especially after being so patient in this game. Vici Gaming.
And that pushes the Void from being pretty distant from his Battle Fury to now having it.
Yeah, he actually has it. And not too bad of a timing. Having it at 1650 in this game is definitely decent. And if he gets to farm now for a while, he will be a threat to not only the PL, but also the Brewmaster ulti. There's a potential that you just killed that as well. You know, it's not like, oh, my goal is to do that. It's more, sometimes you happen to just kill it because you have the damage.
You have the options, right?
Exactly. And it definitely happens in quite a few games.
Put yourself in a position where you have these avenues of attack, like this tiny blink dagger, looking for the void. In he jumps, and Costabile time walks away, barely surviving. Now, though, in comes the Primal Split with the Helmet Dominator, a little Hellbear Smasher here, trying to do a bit more damage, but the Cyclone sending Void up. I don't think Vici Gaming know what they're meant to do with themselves right now.
No, they failed horribly there. Not everyone is as fast as Tiny, and that's the unfortunate story. Brewmaster support is not able to close the distance. Oh,
Nightmare into grip, but it's cancelled out. Tiny now taken out of the game, and Tinker with the damage coming on through. They'll look for a couple here as they'll bring down 1 and 2 and 3, counting with Gary B. As Tiny, Zeus, and Shadow Demon all take a tumble, and Costa BLA just going to time walk away and look for a kill of his own, but it will be Bardinho to secure that one. And all of a sudden, the South Americans, SG, looking very, very strong.
You could have a kids show. Beautiful. Yeah, that was just great for SG in every single way. The initiation failed completely onto the Void. He healed all of the damage with that time walk when he gets away. Of course, that is one of the downsides with Tiny. If you try and burst a Void and you fail, well, then he has time to heal all of that, because your stun duration is very short.
It was super awkward with the March, like, layering down here, and Tiny found, like, one place to blink from. If he
and then his team had to run through
his team had to run through March. But that, like, it was one of those snap decisions. Chrono mid. Hello, hang on a second. What's happening here? Tiny's not inside. He's nightmared up. Now lifted by the torrent. Boat comes in, crashing down. But I don't know what happened. I was busy John Maddening.
Busy drawing, counting to 3. You know, working on the teacher skills.
I mean,
I don't know.
Once I get fired, I've got to have a back.
That's true. That's smart. I don't have that. I'm very surprised that they tried to hard commit for a kill there.
Yeah, you're good at your job,
since a lot of their stuff was used. Sell yourself short. Void now, though, going to be able to farm up the stacked Ancients with the Battle Fury, and he's going to start getting quite a bit of farm here. Not too far away from the Yasha. Tinker absolutely flying ahead in net worth, close to the entire Aghanims. Feels like every time I click him, he basically has a new item. And that is a sad story when you're playing PL. You don't want to play against a farmed Tinker. That can shut you down entirely. Shiva's guard is also super scary later on. Oh, poor Bane gets pinged exactly on top of him.
The Radiant is scanning nearby as well to try and see if anyone's in the area, but I think Bane found them.
Yeah, cred to Zeus, I believe, or SD actually, I think it was, who pinged exactly on top of him. He's like, there, guys, I know it.
He's got the skill.
Yeah, he's a support. He's like, I know this hiding spot. I've been covering in there.
I mean, one of the... Oh, hello. Tiny, caught a little bit here by Tinker and Kunker. Oh, the Void just arrives and says, good night, sir.
Yeah, but instead it is the Tinker comes in with a little kill-stealing missile.
Yeah, got him.
And that's going to put him even closer. He's just propelling himself ahead more and more. And meanwhile, it feels a little bit awkward here. Vici Gaming, the support, Brewmaster, it is good in the theory of getting a nice, strong team fight out. And it's not like he has had a really bad impact, but they're struggling to force the issue. They're struggling to get it on their terms. The only one who can really go in is the Tiny. And that's it. Then they can't really follow through.
This is definitely something that I wrote about in my most recent thesis. It's the Zeus effect. He has this huge period in the middle of the game where he just doesn't feel like, oh, 6 split. We'll come back to this in a second, because that primal split at the very end of his lifespan. Planet turned this fight around. They've killed off 1. That's a huge fight now coming in from Vici Gaming. They'll look for the 2nd and the 3rd.
They're just exploding into this fight.
Though? Can they catch the Tinker? That's the big one.
Tinker
no, he's blinking out and blinking in. Now they look for the Phantom Lancer as the Void moves forward, but Paparazzi gets the Doppelganger over to the far side of the fight, but the Chrono Costa Bile, he can't hit anyone. Oh, the Drunken Haze comes on really nicely there for Lanham as Vici Gaming. 3 kills to the good, swinging hard into SG.
Alcohol is bad, kids. Look at that.
You see what happens.
Committing. Yeah, you don't want to be standing there like Faceless Void trying to get a kill. Just cannot. That was a massive... I love the commitment from Vici Gaming. They see a slight opportunity to do something. They pounce as hard as they can and just try to get the most out of it. Tinker trying to get the PL kill there was also nice. He was just a little bit away, like 40 mana away from being able to rearm again and getting a laser on him. But that was an unfortunate turn of events for SG, but really well handled by Vici. The way they just pounced on the opportunity immediately.
Very snappy decision making from them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I often feel like Zeus has this kind of, you know, maybe not a dead period, but it's definitely a lull in his gameplay when he goes from like, you know, Aetherlens Kaya, or in this case Kaya Yules, and then building back up into the Ags. There's this kind of trough, building back up into a peak.
It does take
especially against a Tinker.
It takes a while. You could also go for the Blink Dagger before as well, but that even has the opposite effect where you delay the Aghanims even more. So we'll see probably a Blink Dagger after the Aghanims, but it's so far away. Once he has it, though, that will really add to their catch for Tinker, because that's what they're lacking right now.
Yeah.
They don't have a way to deal with Tinker, who does have his Aghanims, of course.
Because it's been really tough for young 11, whatever, 11.
Yeah, young and old 11.
Young and both of them, in fact.
Yeah.
Because he wants to jump in and blow someone up, but if he's always the one really on the front lines, PL doesn't want to go straight with him. He wants to kind of, you know, bait the outside of the fight, look for a bit of a go on a Bane or a Kunkka, and then go in to try and catch the Tinker if he shows himself. It really is down to the Tiny to get into fights.
It is also quite interesting to me that old or young 11, you tricked me here. He actually goes for a 30 damage Tiny. I have not seen that too often. 20% magic resistance on the hero with that much HP, who also has a 350 HP talent. Here we see a roar onto Beastmaster, but he's gotta get saved.
Nice disruption, and now the boss is busted out. Now the grip comes in, and Lanham is taken down.
Yeah, we think he's saved, but then comes the second ultimate.
I mean, that's a Brewmaster for a Beastmaster now. We're looking for the Bane with a PL, the Illusions, chasing Bardino, and that was aggression from SG turned on its head. Vici Gaming again responding spectacularly as Paparazzi jumps in his front of Tinker. He's gonna get the stun. There's the Aghanims laser bouncing back with the Torrent and the Chrono. They need a save. They need a disruption. They need to get another PL. They do indeed, but Ori unable to do damage into 40R. Paparazzi blinks forward to the blink again away from Tinker. Allows the escape. Now the Void jumping in, looking for the PL. But this went from 0 to 100 back down to 0 real frickin' quickly.
Oh, Tinker's
might still be in trouble.
No
Adriano,
HP.
Oh, jeez, Louise, look at this. The doppelganger to get the laser off, and down goes Adriano. 7 kill streak down the drain. Ori's kept alive by Fenrir, who is absolutely playing.
He's just respawning. He's coming in.
Oh dear, does he have a roar? Does he have a roar? He does. With the Necro 3, he's got the damage to kill a PL. Does he? Oh, Paparazzi, see you later, buddy. Fenrir goes the same way as Ori does TP back to base, but oh boy.
Ori thought wiser of it. He was the one to get out. PL goes down. That was a crazy, crazy fight. This is really... They're just fighting tooth and nail for everything here. It's crazy to watch. But I love the Blink Dagger on PL. That was twice that he blinked onto the Tinker and managed to close distance. Because that's the issue that we've been raising. And it's nice to see that the team of Vici Gaming are feeling the same way. We need something to deal with this Tinker. And also, PL almost has an entire heart with that Blink Dagger.
Oh, wow.
He is
he's got the Reaver already, holy.
Yeah, and 2,200 gold. He has it now if he wants to buy it, and he does.
I'm not sure what SG are doing to this Tiny, but he doesn't like it. Gonna turn back around.
He wants that Arcane.
He sure as well got it. Kunkka playing very forward here with a Rum still on him. They look for the SD.
Oh,
Tinker.
SD prisoning the Tinker. Can they get him with a jump?
No jump coming. No blink on Brew. He's going for this kind of tanky aura build. Able to capitalize on any mistakes there from SG, but Roshan defended.
Yeah, PL waiting for his TP to cool off, and then he's got TP in and join his team as well, most likely. And it looks like smoke time. There is a ward, however, and yeah, that gets completely scouted out. They're pinging it. They have a bird. Doesn't matter how many smokes you have if you're under enemy vision. How it goes.
3 smoke?
We can keep trying, Gareth. But it's unhealthy.
This will not.
They do have vision on this Kunkka, though, who thinks he's being sneaky, but he is going to go down. It's kind of sad to die to that smoke. Gonna say they have vision over here.
He can try to sneak himself out of Davy Jones' locker now.
Yeah.
Easy tier 1.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh, look at that. Ori TP's back to clear the creep wave mid as well.
400 gold away for Ori. He is very close now to the Aghanims. He just needs to get to that point where he can finally start locking down Tinker. Combined with the Blink Dagger of PL, Tinker will have a much tougher time staying alive. He definitely has to focus to stay safe in these fights. He is going for a 4-step, by the way.
Yeah. So,
with Blink. That's interesting.
I was thinking about the Ghost Scepter quandary this game, because Ghost Scepter is such a good item against the new Diffusal Blade, against PL, but then you're against the Zeus. You're like, I don't want to go Ghost Scepter.
There's part that, and there's part that the PL could go Nullifier later on as well, which is an amazing item against Tinker, because then you can stop him from using his items. And what is a Tinker without his items?
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Hello, blink in. Where's the X-Mark going? Who the frick knows? Going to drag someone back, but it's the Fiend's Grip in onto Tiny with the Chrono on top. Catching the Brew. Primal Splits cleaved down by Costa Bile. He's going to get a double kill. 3 dead now from Vici Gaming. As the Roar.
God, that DD rune.
Coming forward. Paparazzi going to get crushed here as well as Vici crumble. SG look very good coming out of that Roshan pit.
The DD rune. It's really the story of that fight. You have this massive aura carrying Beastmaster just holding the Necrobooks and his own inner beast, and then Faceless Void just goes to town. It was insane to watch. He dealt so much damage. The Brew ulti was just split, and it died in like 2 seconds to this Void. He's like, you're dead to me. Be gone.
They don't manage to get too much done on the high ground, though, playing very safely here.
Yeah, they're going to be disciplined here. They do not want to screw this one up. They're on the brink of elimination from this tournament, and that's when you got to be respecting. You have cooldown on big ultis. Even if the enemy are dead, it's very likely that the PL has buyback. It could be the case. If you get if you get jumped by Tiny, then you get comboed and suddenly throw away a big lead. Because right now, they're in a very good spot. I would say way better than the 5k net worth lead is telling. Because of simply because of positioning, like Tinker and Void are both really where they want to be right now.
We do have the Ags on the Tinker on the Zeus now. Swinging point here for Vici Gaming to try and utilize that, but 20 seconds until Primal Split's ready. They need to kind of wait out a couple of these items, a couple of these spells. You know, the pipe on Brew is going to be a big turning point as well, potentially, for them. So it's just a matter of waiting for SG to come to you. You don't really want to go and pressure anything into an Aegis. Tier 2s.
That's going to be
some vision down.
Some very inefficient downtime, though, when you're not pressuring and taking advantage of the entire map. You are letting the enemy get even farther ahead, but that's the cost of losing your Aegis right there, or losing Aegis to the enemy. Look at the sentries around this ward. This is really funny. On the Radiant Ancient camp, it just looks funny on the minimap even. Here's the sentry, here's a sentry, and here's a sentry, and here's a ward, and here's a ward.
Literally right in the middle.
And they even have a gem on Beastmaster, but he did not run that path yet.
Yeah.
And they have a Necrobook. So it's insane how these wards are staying alive.
Unusual spots there from Vici Gaming.
One of them times out, dies of natural causes. Not many wards live to this point.
I was wondering what the hell this creep was doing. The mini Wild Wing. But no, it was standing here. It was standing here next to the camp, and I thought, is it just bugged? And then SD ran past it, and it aggroed on him. I was like, oh, it's fixing itself. But no, I've been mega debated.
He was thinking that that's a scary PL to push into.
Where's it gone?
Yeah, that's not the most useful creep. Not the least useful creep either, though. Always something.
Did it die?
Yeah, it died to Void. It ran into jungle and scouted.
Dire's Courier dies now as well.
God.
Fortunate Void and Kunkka backstabbing the PL. Paparazzi first
PL
hit
taking
bash.
some damage here.
Oh boy, this is a little dangerous now. Good little disruption from Fenrir will
time walking in
things down and
right into some Zeus nukes.
Nimbus looking very big, large and in charge on that tier 2.
Good way of saying it. While the heroes are running away, the Nimbus stays brave.
Yeah. Stand strong, my brother. Zeus does know the way. Briano clearing out these waves, and this time it's SG's turn to really close the net in around Vici Gaming.
I'm amazed by the discipline of the itemization on 4DR. He first went for the 4-staff to counter the Nimbus a little bit, and now he's going for the full-on BKB. Like
he had Dagon 5 queued.
Yeah, he had it queued, and I think maybe it was his team telling him, nope, come on, dude. We want to win this game. We don't want you to have fun. It's about winning. And I have not seen many tankers be this disciplined. Normally it's like, I need a Hex or a Shivas or a Dagon or something, but 4-staff into BKB, that's really two just team-oriented items, making sure you don't get picked off and not losing your big advantage. One thing that should be said, by the way, a lot of the kills that Vici Gaming have gotten are just on Kunkka in this game. And they inherently, when you kill one hero a lot over and over, at some point it's not even worth that much to kill him anymore. So he has 12 deaths out of the
half
of the 23, meaning that the 23 kills are not really that valuable, whereas a lot of the kills that the SD have gone have actually been quite big. Tiny has died 8. 2 kills on the Zeus and 2 on PL. There is a DD rune on top that's waiting for a while. Waiting for a Time Lord to pick it up.
This is it.
Yeah. Gonna run with Void. Rune is quite massive.
Pops the Manta, clears top wave.
What? He took it
He
from...
bottled it.
Oh, I see. Oh, I mean...
I don't know.
Not entirely wrong. I mean, you still hit fast with Beast, but come on, bro. You could, like, save that for your Void. He easily makes it over there.
Radiant are scanning.
Maybe Void was the one. Maybe he said, nah, you take.
Can't be bothered. Gonna hit some creeps over here.
I'm busy.
Busy farming buyback.
So we'll see if they're gonna chill and wait for Roshan, or if they're actually just going to force the issue anywhere. I reckon they should wait for Roche before forcing any form of high ground. High grounding into Zeus can be really scary.
Especially now that Ori has that blink. Double blink. Type on Brew. And PL, where have you been all my life? Paparazzi, what are you up to, mud? He had a Yasha on the courier, so its Manta is all but done. Be able to get delivered out to him now. Yep, there's the recipe and the Yasha.
Quite close to it. And it is a super good item against the time dilation. Because he gets destroyed if the time dilation is timed well after he uses W and a Q. Q is basically spammed off, so it's always going to be hit by time dilation. But even his third skill can also get hit by it, which is quite annoying. Phantom Rush itself. So you can get locked quite hard, depending on the situation. Which also means that if it's not on cooldown, you can always Phantom Rush away from it.
Toggle it off. Make sure you keep it ready. Paparazzi.
They're scouting with the Zeus ulti, making sure they can poke their heads out of the base. They're going to find absolutely nothing with that.
Tinker expecting maybe a smoke gank coming his way. Gets the old rearm blink, rearm blink, rearm blink, all the way back. Fountain. And I think SG, with this Hawk up, they know exactly what Vici Gaming are doing. They've seen the PL move across. They know that the Tiny's lurking nearby.
Credit to them for a good control in general of the Hawk in this game. They've really scouted quite a bit. Tinker and Beastmaster is an old school combo, and that vision providing is so essential to their lineup.
Still going to be quite difficult, it feels, unless Paparazzi makes a massive mistake to actually keep this guy locked down. He's got so much mobility about him. Unless this Chrono comes in onto, PL and SD and Zeus, like we were kind of looking at the end of the draft, it is quite heavily on Costibula's shoulders.
Wait, where did they force the Void to peak? 10-second BKB went on cooldown about 30 seconds ago. There's definitely not been a fight, so he was testing if this... those fake BKBs, ice.
True.
China have to test it. Oh,
make damn sure it worked.
Probably worked. Sadly, no spells to be thrown at it, so,
The trouble is, that's how they get you. It works the first 1 or 2 times, and then batteries run out.
The 10-second one worked great, but the 9-second one...
Bit dodgy there.
Yeah.
Vici Gaming, what we're looking at, what we're looking for them to try and break out of this base, because now there's no Aegis on the Radiant side.
They just need to get D-Ward done with Zeus here outside their base. That's really the most important thing. Get the vision out first, and then they can maybe think to smoke out. Very difficult to do so against Tinker, though. as you're never going to have ideal lane setups. Even Beastmaster is shoving the lane.
Yeah.
But ideally, you push out the lanes and then go. I think they just have to go. They're looking toward. They have a smoke. They're pinging that the Hawk might be here. They're traumatized. Hawk's
They can see everything.
They know where I am. They're in my head.
Well, the Hawk is coming.
It is
across
coming.
now.
It's like, where are you, boys?
Radiant scan.
Oh,
Doesn't
yeah?
connect on anyone. You see the PL pushing, but don't know where the rest of VG Gaming are. So defensive posture here still from SG. Like you were saying, very disciplined, patient, waiting for the next Roshan.
They're doing the absolute best move, and this is going to pay off as well if they keep this up, because Roche is going to spawn very, very soon. They're scouting it every now and then, and creeps in there every now and then. And VG are not in a position to really contest it. It dies so fast.
Another one.
Another one. DD runes all day. Beastmaster. He's running over there.
Void's coming.
Hurry, Void.
Void is faster. And the Beastmaster.
Hurry.
Double damage.
Stuff.
All right. Time to just check Roche again, but I don't know. Maybe they go for a fight.
They've got Satyr in there, so they see
Yeah.
Roshan's alive.
Surprised they don't just immediately spurt over there, but I'll look for some.
A ward up towards the eastern side. One observer ward down for the Radiant here. As the Dire scan connecting in on to possibly BLA, but he'll show himself mid lane anyway.
Pay 300 mana basically for showing up on that creep wave. The PL illusions. They don't mess around. He is going for a nullifier that we talked about earlier. The PL, that's his next item. And if he gets that and latches onto the Tinker, he could very well just kill him alone. But it's going to be a big item. Obviously not just good against the Tinker, but that's the primary idea that he has in mind.
Tinker out on his own here. Under that ward. Very, very good potential for Vici Gaming to go and make a play. Down on that.
They're going to
Awesome
try.
lane.
Oh, this is working out quite well for Vici, I think.
Oh, they're
But
baiting with the PL up at the front. He swings back
this
towards
is danger.
mid, smoke
Chrono!
into smoke. They found the Void with the Nimbus there, but he carries up the Chrono onto 2. They'll bring down the Brew, but no, it's got a nice little disruption there from the Shadow Demon to buy some time. The Grip will follow straight on through, and Lanham cleared up with a double kill. A godlike streak because of BLA now. Paparazzi.
What happened to you?
How's he died?
yeah, I wonder how he's so low already, but the Dagon 3 from Tinker, he brought him down real quick, real low. I didn't expect him to be low after seeing the Void fully focusing onto everyone else there.
Up the same. And now it's down to Zeus to spam out these waves.
Buybacks will be forced. There's no way you're holding without it, I think. You
Yeah.
just have to.
Beastmaster's top, Void Kunkka both swinging towards middle. SG, they're playing so timidly here. Poking and prodding back and forth.
I guess
For a bit
they're
of chip
actually being
damage in.
able to do it. Yeah, Zeus showing his, his power here. It's a high ground defender.
Now looking for a kill on a Shadow Demon, but the Dagon will be needed to secure it. As the zaps
The
from
rum.
Zeus
Protecting them so much.
hang away, and Adriano, he's arrived. He's ready to play. Tinker, the hero, online.
That is really the worst case scenario, because now you died first and then you got forced to buy back. So ideally you would just have to use it first, or not use it at all, I guess, but that could not be avoided. At least they hold their barracks.
Dire's top shrine.
Both teams are aware that Roshan is alive, as Brewmaster has a little party in there. I believe we're almost at the point where Roche would have to have spawned anyway.
Yeah, the Radiant definitely know. They had a Satyr in there not too long ago
Oh, yeah.
before that push came in, so both teams aware Roshan is alive.
This
DD
is
Rune bottom spot for the PB.
This is a pretty hard carry build, by the way, for Avoid. He has to backtrack now as well. That is so nice to see some backtrack versus Zeus again. Been a while. And he's hitting fast. Next to Beastmaster, that is
Really
very wild. A refresher orb on Beast. With,
Done?
Yeah. And he has the 2 extra Hawks now. So he's just going to provide all the vision in the world. Imagine playing Tinker with 2 extra Hawks. He's going to put 1 on every lane. He's like, yes, Mr. Tinker, where do you want to TP?
Oh,
we have all the different resorts.
You want to be in behind their tier 3? Why, yes. That is an option.
I have a bird for that. The stealth bird.
Beastmaster tours. Go on holiday wherever you want.
All I want right now is a second Necrobook for the refresh trick. He doesn't need to do it.
Regeneration.
Well, SG, the Aegis in hand. Void is pretty happily just farming on this side of the map. Also shoving out these waves.
We don't really have anyone on Team Dire hitting 25 yet, so this is a pretty big power spike for Radiant. They have Aegis, they have Cheese, they have Refresher just purchased. They're super strong right here, right now. And meanwhile on the Dire, they're so close to that level 25 on PL. Taste it, but yeah.
So difficult. PL forced to clear out waves with illusions. Zeus can't move away from these tier 3s because he's just not safe. A lot of gold saved up though on this Zeus.
And look at the birds army. They're all flying in. It's like Air Force One going in. But Zeus, enemy of the birds.
Bogey spotted. Bogey down. Bogey down.
He's going for one more. Oh, a tree flies up and kills one bird.
Poor little birdies. Well, Vici Gaming.
They're just throwing everything at bird.
Expending abilities to kill off birds. Oh, okay, fair enough. You do you. So Phantom Lancer set back with that buyback he had not too long ago. Still aiming for the nullifier. But when you're cooped up inside your base like this, it really does feel bad to be a Tiny or a PL with nothing really to give. Interesting from Lanham. Young 11 that he's going for a Daedalus again this game.
He's going for it, yeah. This is the build that he believes in. He's going for a very burst-oriented build with even the 30 damage talent, with the Echo Saber and then Daedalus. So the idea is really that you just want to hit super hard and kill someone fast, which is not a bad idea, but it is kind of unique to see someone go for this. I believe Heal is very close right now, yeah. He's only 300 experience away. Pressure is on mid right now. I wish that Shadowblade was in instead of BKB on the Void right now. He goes, misses!
Doesn't connect at all.
Still kills someone instantly though.
Lanham does get blown up thanks to the Dagon laser from the Tinker. Dead for a minute in fact with no primal split. Defense of the high ground still looks reasonably good here from Vici Gaming though. Phantom Lancer in the background.
Yeah, Zeus
for a jump.
Zeus is quite good against Void because sure you can time walk off the damage, but you also have very low cooldown on the harassment.
Now jumping in with the damage, Aegis obliterated.
He did get a crit there, a Crystallis.
Hell yeah. Young 11 for round 2 potentially, and this is Aegis gone with Rack still standing. Vici Gaming maybe backstabbing. Phantom Lancer illusions in onto the Beastmaster, but it looks okay for now as the X into Torrent catches. Yule's forced, the boat will come through, and down goes the Zeus. 90 seconds, he'll have to buy back here to save his base. The Shadow Demon's already dead, but I'll have the Brewmaster up and running again with that primal split. But still, just looking at this base, the tier 3's bottom still standing, mid-racks not even touched. SG just didn't get what they came for.
Oh, the infrastructure of the base is still fine. It's more the economy of the Dire team that's being hurt. They're forcing so many buybacks here. It's really not easy to sustain this kind of pressure, and it's still 5v4 even after that. Trying to get the Kunkka to even out the odds.
Oh, Paparazzi is very afraid of what's coming his way with that Tinker.
As he should be.
Slamming out. They still have double roar on the Beastmaster, in fact.
Dude, they haven't committed it in this fight yet. Haven't needed it even. And he has a ton of gold. The Pulsar, where do you find your money, dude? I don't understand how you're so rich, but it must be all the wild access spam. He's using it to clear the wave. It basically one-shots every wave. So he's finding a lot of farms. 7,000 gold right now. And he recently, it feels like recent, picked up his refresher. 5 minutes of farming K gold, basically. Yeesh.
Shadowblade in, Hawk over the top.
I have a blink though, and it's so scary.
The target raw, one onto Brew. Done for a long time with the Torrent and the Void BKB. They secure that kill and kill off the Nimbus as well. So Ori, high ground defensive tools, whittled away a little bit here by SG, but now the Void doesn't have BKB.
Oh no, the X mark.
He does have Chrono, SD. Oh jeez. Goodbye.
Cannot catch a break, Fenrir. Late game has not been a friend of his.
Sabotos clears up one. Nice Zeus ulti, helping out a little bit there. And the Chrono catches the real PL. The real PL is inside, but Costabile dropping low. The grip in onto the illusion. Costabile is about to die here potentially, but the laser's keeping him alive. Gets the Void out of danger. Still such an awkward set of engagements back and forth, picking off one, buyback another.
Every single buyback is being expended one after the other.
Yeah.
And now every core on the Dire has cooldown on buyback. Only 1 minute of cooldown still on PL now, though, because it's been such a long kind of pick-off scenario. But yeah, we also see why Void is being valued by some teams as a hard counter to Tiny. Not due to the laning stage or anything, but in the late game, the Chronosphere allows you to actually lock Tiny down for an extended period of time. Other heroes simply do not do this. The Chronosphere is one of the only reliable lockdowns that do not get affected by status resistance. Cool. That really secured him quite a few kills already. Holy... Bane is level 23.5. He is gathering all the bounty runes as well. He's on a journey to level 25.
Plus 250 brain sap damage heal.
Yeah. Or if you believe you could ever get the channel off, you can go for the 7-second increased duration Fiend script for 12 seconds of love.
That feels... I don't know how I feel about that.
That's what Bane gives you, dude. 12 seconds of love. Slurp noises intensified.
Deary me. Well, SG, keep the pressure on. Roshan is not too far.
Yeah, they'll
get around to cycling it.
They want a clean win. They don't want to risk this. They're 41,000 gold ahead, but it is not so easy to push high ground against the Zeus. Not without casualties. So they're just going to do it the safest way they can. They're still sticking around looking for kills with the Chronosphere whenever they can. Yeah. Ready. Skadi is being purchased. Places Void. Everyone, I believe, has buyback on side of Radiant apart from the Kunkka.
And nobody on Dire has buyback at all.
So I think they could reasonably... It's reasonable to say they could just dive in and headbutt this, but that's also probably the only way they lose this. Kunkka with the AoE torrents. Love that.
Big old circle of water. Nimbus keeps the Radiant at bay for now. At least one thing Vici are doing a pretty good job at is not allowing like multiple fronts of attack. They're keeping SG kind of funneled into this mid lane. You know, the tier 3 obviously being down is a good advantage, but
they're doing a good job of that for sure.
They could swing bottom feasibly. Go in down here. Costabile spotted though. And that Dire send. Exactly what's up. In comes Beastmaster. Roar onto PL. And the Torrent into Grip as well. They need something to cancel this off, or else Paparazzi's just absolutely screwed. In fact, he's dead for 100 regardless of what happens. In comes Tinker, blasting people left and right. Adriano gets used into the air though, and Ori, well, he can't really stick around and fight because he's back into the fountain.
Bane solo killing Tiny.
GG's cold.
He just ran up and started slapping him to death.
We're going to a game number 3 for the first time today.
Yeah.
We've got someone to even things up. SG taking it up against Vici Gaming. Game 3 coming up to decide who stays
done by SG.
and who goes. All right.